What's up, guys? It's BWADE. We have 2 game 1s on Monday for the NBA playoffs, and I'm going to walk you through my 5 favorite picks out of both of those games. I'll show you that data and the research that I went through to decide I was going to put my money on these picks. And the goal of this video is to help you guys be more informed so that you can decide whether you want to tail these picks or leave them alone. I'm never going to tell you everything hits. This is always betting, but I want to help you guys be more informed and more prepared to make better picks and win more bets. Looking at what we've done in VIP, guys, we've gone absolutely crazy. We went 5-2 yesterday on Saturday. We went 5-1 on Friday. We've had a few sweeps in the last week, guys. We continue to cash the fuck out, and I want to help you guys join the team, right? So I've made it really easy. There's 2 ways that you can get all of our picks for the next week. One, you can either use code NBA. You're going to get 80% off, and it'll cost you less than $10. You get every single one of my picks. Those are going to be our game picks along with our DFS parlays. Or you can sign up with one of the apps I tell you about in this video or any of the apps down below in the description. You sign up, use my code, deposit whatever you want as little as $5, and then you send me a screenshot on Instagram and I will hook you up with the free week of VIP. Both great options, but I want to help you guys win. On top of that, I do a giveaway every month, and for the month of May, we are doing a signed Anthony Edwards jersey. Authenticated by Beckett, 100% legit, and it is just a small way for me to say thank you to you guys. All you have to do to be entered is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. I do the drawing at the end of every month, so make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment, and you will be entered to win that. So we're going to start out with a 2-man in the Knicks-Celtics game, and I'm starting out with Derek White over 19.5 points and rebounds. You guys, this is just, while he hovers around this line really tightly, he has been on the over side of it 76% of the last 30 games, right? He's only missed this 7 times since February 12th. Only 7 times. He's averaging 22 points and rebounds over the last 30 games. We only need 20 here. When we look head to head, he's hit this in all 4 games against the Knicks, right? So 2 of those games have been at home, 2 have been away. He's averaged much better in those 2 home games, 27 and 28, compared to only 20 and 22 away. So I love the fact that they're at home in this matchup, and he's consistently hitting this number. All of the data points to him going over on this one, and so feel really good taking Derek White over 19.5 points and rebounds. And I'm pairing that up with a fade of OG Anunoby's points line. We are going under. Right? So this is just, it's a nightmare matchup for Anunoby. The Celtics defense is a terrible matchup for him. He's hitting this in 73% of his last 30 games, right? He's doing really well. He hit this in 4 out of 6 games against the Pistons in the opening series. But when you look at the Celtics defense, right, the top 3 ways that Anunoby scores, the Celtics are top 5 at defending all 3 of those play types. Spot up, transition, and free throws. They are top 5 in all 3 of them. It's just, they're a terrible matchup for him. He scores, 65% of his points on those 3 plays, and the Celtics lock down all 3 of them, along with their best defensive area on the court is the restricted area, and that's where he scores 44% of his points. Head to head, he's only averaging 9 points a game against them this year, and I just don't see this being a game where he gets off and does something crazy, right? The Knicks are healthy. They're going to come into this, and it's not like they need any extra scoring from him. They're going to lean on Jalen Brunson. They're going to lean on Cat. Anunoby's going to be more so of a role player, and I don't see him hitting 16 points in this matchup, so I'm fading his 15.5 point line. But you'll see that slip on the screen here, and we actually got it at 16.5 on Sleeper, so we get that extra point as well. We're getting over 3x for this on Sleeper. Sleeper has some of the best payouts in the industry. They give us great lines. You can find a lot of extra value like we are with this OG Anunoby pick, getting it at 16.5. And when you sign up using code BWADE, they will double your first deposit up to $100 and give you a free pick, right? That's free money. That's a free pick. And when you use code BWADE to make a deposit, take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, and I'll hook you up with that free week of VIP. You're going to get all of our picks for the next week, guys. And like I said, we are, 10-3 over the last 2 days. We're up over 11 units for the last week. We continue to make money. We are up in all 3 of the sports we've been taking: NHL, MLB, NBA. We are profitable in all three. So jump in, start tailing with us. On top of that, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you can be entered to win that signed Anthony Edwards jersey. All right, let's jump into the next game and our next 3 picks. So we're going to take Dort over 4.5 rebounds and assists. Now, right off the jump, I just want to show you this is minus 150, so it's a little bit lower price, but there's a ton of value on this still. He's only missed this 5 times in his last 21 games, right? So he's hitting it over 76% of the time. He's averaging 5.9 rebounds and assists over the last 21 games. All we need is 5. And on the season, he's averaging 5.7. All we need is 5. Now, when we look head-to-head, he missed this in the first game against them, but in the last 3 games, he's averaging over 8 rebounds and assists a game. Again, over all 4 games, he's averaging 6.8 rebounds and assists, and this is just, it's a great matchup for him. He's really played well against the Nuggets this year, and with a line of only 4.5 rebounds and assists, I feel great adding this to the slip, even with a little bit of a decreased payout. Now, I'm also going to move over to the Nuggets, and we are taking 2 players with a little bit lower points lines, starting with Christian Braun. He's hit this in 70% of his games. Right, and now the 11.5 has already bumped everywhere to 12.5. I still feel comfortable with him at 12.5. He's still hit this in 2/3 of his games, 67% hit rate. When we look head to head, he has hit this in all 4 games against Oklahoma City this year, right? And, you know, only one of them was a blowout, but he's played good minutes in those games, at least 29 minutes. You look at the opening series, and he played at least 34 minutes in all 7 of those games. He's getting good volume, and I love this play, especially with how he's been going head-to-head against Oklahoma City. And then we are going to wrap it up with Westbrook, y'all. This man just doesn't age. He's now hit this at least 10.5 points in 23 of his last 28 games. He's only missed it 5 times, and even better, when we look for him at home, he has only missed this 3 times since January 1st. Since January 1st, in the year of 2025, he scored at least 11 points at home in all but 3 games. He's averaging 16.3 points a game at home over these last 28 games, and when we look head-to-head, he's gone over twice and under twice, right? So the head-to-head numbers don't do a lot for me. They can go either way. Under twice, over twice. He's averaging 13.8 though, so at least his average is on the right side of this. But really, this is just the fact that Russell Westbrook brings something to this team, and it's energy, and he's consistently getting time on the floor. He hit this in 5 out of the 6 games he played in that first series, and he's getting good minutes, 27 minutes, 35 minutes, 25 minutes, and he's getting at least 9 to 15 shots every game so far in this last series. I expect him to come out and continue to be that spark plug for this Nuggets offense. Getting this at 10.5 points feels like a great value, and so I'm locking that in as our 5th pick. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 6.5x for this on Underdog. Underdog has some of the best payouts in the industry, y'all. We're getting 6.5x for this. They also have some of the best promos. They have a promo going right now during the NBA playoff called the Extender, where you're going to get anywhere from 40% profit boost all the way up to 100% profit boost. Every single game is boosted, and it all depends on which game in the series we're in, right? It starts at 40% and it goes up 10% every game in the series until game 7s get boosted by 100%. Y'all, this is making me a few extra $100 in the last week just by adding these onto my entries. Sign up on Underdog and take advantage of it. When you do sign up, if you use code BWADE, they will double your first deposit up to $1,000. Easiest way to increase your bankroll without taking any risk. Pull some money off a different app that you're on, put it onto Underdog, use code BWADE, and you will instantly double it. And there's no risk involved, right? And Underdog's going to have all the same picks for the most part. You're going to get some extra promos you're able to use, extra money, and when you send me a screenshot on Instagram, you're also going to get all of my picks for the next week sent to you absolutely free. It's a win-win, and that's what we're trying to do here, is help you guys win. Also, if you already have these apps, if you don't want to sign up for them, if you can't sign up for them, you can always just use code NBA and you'll get 80% off of VIP. You'll pay less than $10. Both great options. At the end of the day, it's all about winning, and that's what we're doing here. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you can be entered to win that signed Anthony Edwards jersey. I appreciate you guys. Let's start the week off with a bang.